discussing this right here. I got this for not very much at CVS, but it's very interesting because I don't remember. If you watched my first video, you might have heard about how I race cars. I can't remember exactly what video I mentioned it in. But me and my family drag race. We take cars out and have fun with them at the racetrack. So this model right here is a 1970. Let me see if you can. It's a 1970 Chevrolet Nova. I believe it's the SS model. Yes, it is. So this is a 1970 Chevrolet Nova SS with, I believe, a 396 cubic inch small block Chevy. My dad races a 72 model, which looks very similar to this, and my uncles race a 71 and I believe a 70, which 70 looks just like this one with the gills and everything on the side and the SS badge on the front. And my uncle's doesn't quite look like it, but it's very similar. So I just wanted to tap on this thing and see if it makes some cool noises. But I'll also be just talking about the history of drag racing and Novas and other American muscle and pony cars. Back in the 70s, cars used to have a lot more personality. So cars like this, it doesn't quite show underneath, but they used to be very clean with chrome exhaust, or maybe not chrome. Maybe it was. I can't quite remember, but this model is very accurate for it being about $15. But I want you to notice one thing, if it focuses. This right here is the side mirror, and this is the driver's side, but on this side, there is no side mirror, and that's because it was a optional feature of these cars. Back in the day, people, they didn't care much about safety. They just wanted a cool-looking car that functioned and made very, very high power. High power, high power, power, power. So, for safety, of course, they had the side mirror on the driver's side. But on the other side, it was an optional package where you could get one. And I don't know exactly how much it was, but it was just an upgrade, essentially, that you would ask the dealer for. And underneath, let's see if it stays up, we have 396 cubic inch small block Chevrolet, like I said. These things are very nice. They make pretty good power, actually. So it looks like the 1970 Nova SS with the 396 cubic inch engine made about 375 horsepower. It had dual exhausts, power front brakes, a simulated hood air intake, which would be these grates right here. Simulated fender louvers, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's essentially these gills that they have on the side, and that's just for better airflow. And I believe these were white wall tires. Obviously this model is just straight black out with chrome wheels, but I do believe that it came stock with white wall tires. So that's pretty cool. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about association that me and my family race in. It was founded in 1951 by a man named Wally Parks. And actually, I might have some cutaway footage showing my trophy that has, it's essentially a figure of Wally Parks with a large tire, a large wheel. And that's a very coveted trophy in this sport, in drag racing, and in the NHRA. Not many people have one. There's some people who have a few, and there's very, very few people who have walls and walls of just shelves of them. And I've been fortunate enough to win one in my entire time racing. But it is a very coveted trophy. Actually, you know what? Why don't I get that right now? So, this right here is what I was talking about. This is a Wally trophy. This one I got back in 2021 for winning a NHRA class called Super Street, which is a 1090 index, meaning that every car that races in the class must style a specific number that they have to run in the quarter mile. And I'll get into that a little bit more. I might just, for now, show off a little bit and, maybe explain a little history. And then maybe in another video, I'll explain the art of drag racing or bracket racing. But anyway, this is my Wally. It's pretty heavy. It's probably 10 or 15 pounds, made of some sort of metal. It's not actual gold. But I'm very proud of this, as I won it in 2021 after my grandpa passed away. Literally the weekend after my grandpa passed away, I went down and for the first time raced this class. And I was able to win every round, it being my first time, and win this Wally and $1,500. So that was very nice, and I'm very proud of this memory and very honored to receive this. But yeah, it's a pretty cool thing that I have. So forgive me if I'm like bragging or showing off too much, but I'm very proud of that achievement and that accomplishment. And racing is such a huge part of my life that honestly, I want to talk about it to everyone I meet, online or not. And it's just cool. I love racing with my family. But anyway, to get back on track, it seems okay. So yeah, it was founded by Wally Parks in 1951, and my grandpa back in the late 50s and early 60s started building these rat rods, these modified cars to essentially just drag race. And his first car that he built, or well, the most memorable one, I guess, was called the Blitzkrieg, and I don't know exactly what model it is. I'll add that in here, but that was his car, and that's the car he was known for. And eventually he had children. He had my dad and my uncle, and he got them into the sport as well. And they had an orange Nova that wasn't this model year. I believe it was a 66, so it was the first gen Nova, called Kid Stuff. And I don't know if I have a picture. I can probably put it up here, but my dad and my uncle first started racing with that car and a couple of other cars that were just kind of beaters and slower cars. But they built up and they had their own careers and went to school. But eventually they came back and started racing again with their Novas. They had recently gotten them, and sort of made it their thing, and it was this second-gen model. So their cars looked like this, and it stock looked like this at least. And they've done some work to it. You know, they've added some modifications, put different motors in it. My uncle has a 555 cubic inch big block Chevy in his. And my dad has a SB2.2, which is an old NASCAR small block Chevy, and they go really fast, make upwards of 6 to 8 or 900 horsepower. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I've gotten to race both of their cars, and I'm very grateful for that. I might have some footage I can put up here as well. But yeah, I mean, I am from a drag racing family, and it's a huge part of my lifestyle and just my extracurricular activities, and I love it. I could talk about it all day. I might make some more videos about it. I might even do some vlogs or maybe some ASMR tapping in my race cars. But yeah, I mean, it's just so nice to have a family that can support something like that, a sport like that. And I'm just very grateful for them for introducing me to it. And I've been racing since I was 16, but I've been around the track since I can remember. I remember being a little boy and watching all the cars go down the track, wishing one day that that would be me. And so I'm very grateful for that. So, I don't know if there's anything more for me to talk about. It's a huge part of my life, and I just wanted to share, you know, a little bit of that with you guys. And actually, you can see on here it says Orlando Speedway, somewhere I believe. Let me. Yeah, Orlando Speed World Raceway, and that's where I won this Wally. And they have a Super Street, well, actually Lucas Oil. Where is it? It's on this side. A Lucas Oil series where basically you kind of tour all over your division and race some races, and it's really fun, and I have a good time because it's me and my dad normally, and some of his friends, and you know, drag racers, we're all family, and you know, we get into arguments, we get into disputes because it's a competitive sport, but at the end of the day, we all love each other, or at least try to. And yeah, we just always try and have a good time, and so it's just nice to be a part of that. But anyway, I think that's probably enough talking about this for today. I might add some tapping sounds, you know, at the end of the video, but yeah, I just like to ramble. It's funny when I talk to people in real life, I like to listen more than talk, but on here I like to just ramble and say whatever because I don't really know what to say. But yeah, I'm super thankful for all of this and for being able to, you know, just have a good time and go out and do what I love. And I'm very grateful I get to share it with you guys because it is such a huge part of my life. And I'm so grateful that you know, for whoever's watching this, that you tuned in and listened to me ramble for essentially 20 minutes. So I thank you guys for being here, and I hope you guys, you know, are able to relax and get some sleep, or if you're just waking up, you know, be able to make it through your day. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like, and comment, and just comment down below, you know, what your favorite car is, you know, whether it's a race car or just daily driver, anything like that. Just let me know in the